All right. So we're on. Let me come down just a little bit. All right. That's a lot better. I have big hair today. I had my hair up in some braids. You can kind of see the parts of where like one braid like ended and where others began, and my hair is all to one side because if I don't do it that way, I'll sit on it. So now we've gotten through this situation with my hair and all that kind of stuff, which is like a thing on its own. You know, I got really inspired just now. You know, I was watching like this food program. I was taking a break from taking a break because today is Sunday and I don't work on Sundays, and I've made it a point to like really stick by that, you know, because sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna do this and I'm just gonna, you know, do this, and it's just a whole different mindset when you think of having some work to do versus when you don't have any thought of having to do any work, you know. And it really helps me out because I do my best to fight stress and worrying as much as I can, and I'm not always successful, you know, like I'm gonna keep it real, but I'm gonna also like keep it positive, because sometimes, you know, like the way that things can be like phrased may sound like it's just like a permanent state that you're in, and I'm in a permanent state of always wanting to like be cool, you know, like when I get older, like twice as old as I am now and beyond, like I want to be cool. I have plans on staying cool, you know. And so, but in the meanwhile, like I get stressed out about work, any of the things that I do. It's usually about art. I'm constantly thinking about art I've discovered recently, and you know, I was helped to that discovery. But you know, there's the kind of work that I do that kind of makes me feel stressed, and then there's the kind of work that I do, like what I'll be doing today, which is like for no one, like practice stuff that makes me better, I guess, when I go back to work. But ultimately it's like stuff that I just continue to work on as an artist, and I guess like as an independent person, you know, like this isn't, you know, with the thought of like this is gonna get me hired or something. I do have those thoughts though. I always think about these commissions, you know, and I think it's because there's so much art that I admire, and then I'm like, wow, you know, like if I did something like that, you know, and you fill in the blanks. And what I've realized is that I'm already in that position, you know, but sometimes when I'm working on stuff, it does make me have the feeling of like this could be it, even though like everything can be it. So I'm not sure if that's counterproductive. I'm not sure if that's like helpful, you know, instead of being counterproductive. But I don't know if that's artist angst or whatever. So, but I got inspired because, you know, I'm watching this show, you know, just a 13-minute YouTube video, and it's about food and cooking and stuff like that, and food preparation, and it was just cool. It's well shot, it's relaxing. And then I started thinking, like I started looking outside, like, you know, um, I think that, you know, it looks warm, it's still summer, and I go back and forth. Now, this is going to sound like a little off the wall, but I look forward to like fall, like almost all year round. At least I have in the past. And, you know, in recent summers, I've been trying to look forward and be okay with summer coming, with summer existing. And, you know, it's inevitable. So, you know, and it was something that was brought up during a conversation. And it was like, you know, what about the notion of like liking summer, you know, looking forward to summer? And I could see it in the world around me, you know, and I remember it, you know, I guess this is related. I remember it as like a student, you know, like looking forward to summer break and stuff. But, you know, that kind of happened during college, except for the summers that I had to take summer school. I was in college for 5 years, so I know that one of those summers had summer school involved. But otherwise, you know, like after college, that whole summer break thing kind of like disappears a little bit. And it's something kind of reserved for students. And so now summer has been that time where it's just hot. You know, I enjoy the beach. You know, like when I lived in LA, I was always at the beach. Whether I would just drive there and park by like an abandoned piece of the beach that was covered with trash, and I'd just be sitting out there on the hood of my car, or like, you know, there was like an abandoned railroad tie, like a big one. I don't even know if it's a railroad tie, but it's like a big block of wood, you know, it looks like a plank or something, a big box plank. And I used to just sit out there, you know, and just chill. And it was like, you look up to my right across the street, which was the Pacific Coast Highway, and you would see like the Getty Villa. And the Getty Villa is like cool because it sits like pretty much like in the face of the cliff. It's really accessible. The PCH runs right through like Santa Monica and up to Malibu and Zuma. And I used to just drive, man, and just be cool. I really liked driving the PCH. Like, if you've ever seen the Fast and the Furious, the PCH is what, when Paul Walker is riding shotgun and Vin Diesel, I think Vin Diesel is, I forget, they were in that Supra that they had just finished tweaking, and I think Paul Walker was driving, and they were racing a red Ferrari. And he's like, what's that run? He's like, Ferrari or something like that. And it was just stupid, but it was great, you know. Like, I was in college when that movie came out, and, you know, I didn't go to a university in California, but like, I used to drive the PCH, man. And I used to just take these trips and go chill by the beach and, you know, fully clothed by myself. Like, just went anytime I could. So like during those times, like I get it, you know, like the heat and stuff, but the water is cold, you know, and like you just had like relief. Other times I just think about it just being hot, and there's other things that go along with that, but I also like the winter, you know. I like the way that it feels and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of went off, you know, with my California story, but hopefully that's okay. Just had some good times out there, you know. Like, I used to live a little bit inland in East LA, and, you know, you had to like drive to the beach. So that was like the deal, you know, and it was just cool. So, you know, and that'd be all year round. Like, But that kind of heat I liked a lot. So back to what I was saying, I fundamentally have looked forward to, fall and stuff like that. And so I tried this summer not to be anti-summer, and I think it kind of worked. As I was looking outside just now, I was thinking, I can feel as good as I feel when it's fall and winter right now. With it being Sunday, I can feel as happy as I do on a Friday night when the weekend is just starting as I do now. During the week, I can feel that same way. And, I just felt a little bit of my anxiety kind of go away. Like going into the work week, I'm always kind of thinking am I gonna do well? Are things gonna turn out for the best? Am I gonna, succeed? And I just had these feelings today that the answer is yes. And it just made everything better, I guess, or not feel better because everything has already felt good. It just kind of put a little bit of an emphasis on the time right now can feel good. And I don't have to think that the only way to feel good is to wait for a certain season. We can enjoy right now, together. And it, that's a good, I guess, feeling in life in general, because you kind of want to enjoy every day, and you want to appreciate I want to enjoy every day, and I want to enjoy life, all of it, all the time, and without too much grumbling, which is also something that I try to avoid, and I try to fight, so I guess fundamentally it's just being appreciative and being in gratitude and learning how to appreciate all the time that you have in a day and what you choose to do and the work that you do. And I like that kind of approach very much. Today's tea time is not actually with tea. And if this is going to be titled a wine time, it's not actually wine, it's actually coffee. But still, tea, wine, or coffee, water, Pellegrino, it doesn't matter. It's all the same, right? So, I just wanted to come on here and make a video about being thankful. And, I want to roll out the rest of the day now. Maybe there'll be another video later on tonight, but in the meanwhile, I hope that you are doing equally as well, at the very least, and I will see you here soon. Bye.